Now to the White House and the search for the next Supreme Court justice. President Biden will host Democratic members of the Senate Judiciary Committee today to discuss the review process for nominees. NBC News chief White House correspondent Kristen Welker has more on that. Kristen, good morning. Good to have you with us. So what do we know about who's attending that meeting today and what exactly is on the agenda?
So good to be with you. And Joe, I can tell you that we've asked the White House for a specific list of which Senate Judiciary Committee members will be here. So far, we haven't gotten that list, but we know that the president takes the advise and consent role of the Senate Judiciary Committee very seriously. He has said that. He has said that he is going to look at their input as significant. He's going to be joined by the vice president as well, and this will be a chance for him to talk through some of the potential nominees. And of course, it comes on the heels of the president meeting with the chairman of that committee just a short time ago, Senators Chuck Grassley and Dick Durbin. And I was in the room during that Oval Office meeting, and the president underscored the fact that he is going to be making sure that he has close contact with that committee, with senators, as he continues to make this really critical process and decision, Joe.
Kristen, what about outreach to Republican senators? Has this been a priority at all for the president?
Well, look, that has been the big question. In addition to meeting with committee chair Chuck Grassley, we do know that there has been outreach to Republicans on Capitol Hill. We know that he had a call with leader Mitch McConnell, and Press Secretary Jen Psaki has gotten a number of questions about that. How important is it for the president to have bipartisan support for his nominee? Here's one of those exchanges. Take a look.
He's going to choose a nominee whose qualifications, record, character, and devotion to the Constitution and rule of law make them deserving of support from both sides of the aisle. And there are many candidates at the top of their field who fit that profile and who have received bipartisan support in the past. So these conversations are not uniform, right? Sometimes, and the president is certainly seeking input, seeking feedback, but he is treating the process as he believes it should be treated, which is with seriousness, which is approaching it from a bipartisan manner and seeking engagement and advice from a range of officials, elected and non-elected.
Now, the president has said that he will pick a black woman for the high court. Some Republicans have criticized that decision, some even calling it affirmative action. The White House has dismissed that criticism, saying that in the long history of the high court, the fact that there hasn't been a black woman serving on the court really underscores that there's been a failure in the process, not a failure to find black women who are qualified.
So, Kristen, we know the process of vetting a nominee is complicated and thorough, as it should be. Do we have any insight? How far into that process is the Biden administration right now? What will the next steps be?
Well, we're getting a little bit of insight. We know that he has whittled down his choices, less than 12, I am told. He has picked the so-called Sherpa, the person who will help Sherpa his eventual nominee through the process of confirmation. That is former Senator Doug Jones. There's also a team that will be rallying around him. In terms of the names that we are looking at, there are some names that are really rising to the forefront, including Ketanji Brown Jackson, a federal appeals court judge in Washington, D.C., J. Michelle Childs, a federal district court judge in South Carolina, and California Supreme Court Justice Leandra Kruger. So those are some of the names that we are watching as this process gets underway. And the president has said, Joe, that he wants to choose his nominee by the end of the month. Of course, it is worth noting that he will be delivering his State of the Union address on March 1st.
All right.
Joe.
Kristen Welker, good to see you, my friend.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.